Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about 5 altcoins that I believe are poised for a major breakout event to their new all-time highs, going into price discovery plus, if you will. And these are very significant in the way of them not really being talked about too much. I've talked about a few of them on this channel briefly, but nothing too crazy in general. But I do want to talk about these because I think like there's a lot of gains to be made on them, and right now there is a lot of altcoins that are already moving or have moved significantly, and a lot of people might be wondering, well, what asset do you think I should buy? Because I see a lot of these other altcoins, like for example, Algorand up 68%, and I was talking about Algorand at like 40 cents, almost 50 cents. Matic, I was talking about like under 30 cents. It's at $1.32 after almost hitting $3. We see a lot of the altcoins that I've been talking about. They've jumped significantly. And for anybody who have listened to me, even in regards to Q&T, all of these assets, you've made significant gains already. But we want to make even more. So, what is the next altcoins to really explode? Well, with that being said, let's actually talk about these. I think that these are very significant holdings, and I still hold some of these. I've talked about these in the past, as some of them are in my portfolio. Now I will completely be transparent with you if something is not in my portfolio, and I will tell you that as well. So, with that being said, let's actually jump into this. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, we're going to be talking about REN. So I do have the holders tab here. We are sitting at about 55,681 holders. That's not what is important though. I don't really care about the holders. I care more about the price action. Now this gem is very interesting because REN, you could actually run dark nodes and earn residual income every epoch, but it does cost about $70,000 to be completely honest with you guys. But earlier this year when I was talking about it, it would have cost you around 30,000, 25,000, and at some point in time even almost 17,000. But the residual income on REN is actually very interesting because you could actually earn a lot of money by having a dark node running. Now, in regards to this project, I'm more so concerned about the price action. So, say for so you don't want to run a dark node or anything like that. That's totally fine. So we are actually going to jump over to the Binance chart. So we actually see that the all-time high right now currently is about $1.93 almost. I'm going to estimate it up to $1.93. Now, right now, currently we are sitting at about 70 cents. We could come down lower and actually retest a little bit lower. Maybe, come back down and retest the overall 50-day MA. But overall, let's actually go from the current price all the way up to this all-time high. This is roughly about 173% of an increase in price. I think that this is actually fairly easy to do also. Now, overall, you're not going to 10x or anything from here, but it is still a lot of gains to be made on REN. And honestly, the price action has been fairly strong. It's in an upward trend, and we've tested some resistance points, and we actually almost got to $1 yet again, which is roughly about 30 cents profit on each of your holdings to get to $1 right now. But I still think a 2x plus is in the books. I also think that maybe a 4x from here is very possible to get to $2.80. My overall price targets for REN, if you guys are in the Discord, again, if you guys aren't, you should be in it. But my targets for REN, as you guys probably heard in the past, is REN to 10. My target is about $10. So you could technically 10x from here if we do get to $10, but who knows if that is 100% the case or anything. Nothing is guaranteed in this game. Now, on to the next. I do want to talk to you guys about Stellar. So, Stellar, or XLM, is very interesting. As you guys already know, I'm a big fan of XRP, and I'm also a fan of XLM in the sense that it is going to be used for P2P payments. I think that that is such a huge use case in itself. Now, my price targets for XLM, I will be completely transparent with you guys, is around that $5 range. It's actually about like $2.50 to $5 at the end of this bull run. We could see a little bit higher. We could see even $10 at some point in time. But I don't think $10 is, exactly there just yet for us. Now, in regards to the price chart, so we do see that XLM was nearing a major breaking point. It almost hit, so it actually did hit 80 cents exact almost 81 cents. So Currently, right now, from our current levels, I do think that a 10x is possible, 100%. Now, if we go back to the past bull run, we do know that the all-time high is up here at about $1.04. It might be different on a lot of other exchanges, but I do think that we get there, and I do think that we significantly rise from there as well once in price discovery. I think that XLM is doing incredible things with a lot of their, products as well. It's almost similar products to XRP in a sense because they are sort of both of the same, except XRP is basically the main one, and Stellar is kind of like a fork of it. But overall, even if we look at the price appreciation from our current levels to just the recent all-time high, it's about 150% of an increase in price, and then to all-time highs, it's about 223%, which is very significant. So overall, I think that there is a lot of gains to be made with XLM. I think Stellar Lumens is also a very good hold for a long term as well. I think when we talk about price discovery for even XRP, when we talk about the prices for XRP hitting, $20 or so this bull run, we could see Stellar Lumens, hitting $5 to $10. It's very possible. It does like to trail behind XRP and kind of move with it. So who knows the possibilities of where we do go. I'm just going to say it right now, though. We are, at very good levels for an entry point. We are almost at the bottom levels here, down at like 20 cents. So overall, if you want to wait for a pullback, you are more than welcome to. But if you are long term, I think that it's a solid entry point right now. That is just my overall opinion. So with that being said, let's move on to the next. So EOS. So a lot of people have some controversy around EOS because it is an OG asset. It is a very old asset as well. Whatever the case may be, fundamentally, this is a solid project. In terms of its overall price appreciation, I think that we could see a lot higher. There is about 958 million in circulating supply, about 1 billion overall in total supply, and we do see that the volume is down significantly. And when we talk about these assets, we want an asset that's similar to this chart, right? That's not doing too much movement. This is on the 1 day, of course, but when we actually look at the major chart for it, we see that we are pretty much at ground floor levels. The bottoming out point on this was about $3. At some point in time, but I'm more so concerned about the all-time high for this, right? And this is just the all-time high that we made this bull run, not the actual all-time high. So the all-time high this bull run is about $15, right? So almost roughly about a 3x from our current levels. But if you do see the levels that we are pretty much at $4.68. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about the past bull run. So during the past bull run, the all-time high is up here at about $23. And we do know, I think that this could pull a link in terms of price appreciation, where we do get to about 23, almost $24, breakout, go into price discovery, and we could see about $30 plus from our current levels. Who knows if a 10x would be in the books for about $40, almost $7. My overall price targets for EOS for the longest time have been $50. So I do think that $50 could be achieved, especially when we look at, Ethereum Classic. Just to give you guys a little bit of an insight on Ethereum Classic. So Ethereum Classic is also a very old OG asset. This has made a significant all-time high this bull run alone. Sitting at about $185, almost $186. We do see that the all-time high during the last bull run at the topping point was about $50. So it did roughly from that all-time high to this all-time high currently about a 264.61%. So when we look at EOS and we say, all right, what if we did another 264% from the current all-time high, because or the all-time high from the past structure. Now, this is where I think that my $50 conservative price target actually lies. If we do a 264% from the current all-time high, and this is exactly why I say that $50 is conservative, we would see pretty much a price appreciation of $85 up there. So I think that, $50 is achievable, especially if we could get a major parabolic run, and EOS does get that FOMO train similar to ETC. I think that this could be a very good possibility. Now, in regards to that, I do want to move on to another asset. So the graph. So this is one of those assets that I was talking about a lot on my Twitter at around 30 cents. Before we did go off like crazy during pretty much, it was like the end of winter into the start of spring. This has about 4.72 billion in circulating supply, 10 billion in total supply. Now we do see that the holders tab is significantly higher, 78,000, 78.7K actually. But I do think that the graph is going to increase significantly as well with my original price target. If we actually go off of my OG price targets for the graph, it's about $5, okay? And we already kind of seen some major moves on this asset already this year with an all-time high currently of about $3. And this goes back to February. So around that February time, we almost hit $3 exact. And overall, from our current levels, again, this is where we talk about, at the end of this bull run, these assets will most likely reach these all-time highs and go into price discovery again. But this is 241% from the current level. And I do think that this does have higher potential than $5, but I think $5 is fairly, conservative. If we do reach out to get to $5, it's about roughly 471%. Of course, you would take out your original invested amount here during this high and just kind of let this ride out a little bit, see where it goes, and then, obviously sell when you are comfortable selling. But I do think that the graph is doing incredible things. I remember when a lot of people were calling it the Google of blockchain and the ecosystem where it's incredible and stuff like that. So who knows? We will see what happens with the graph, but I do think that this project is great. It is a very strong long-term project. I will be completely honest with you guys. I've taken a lot of profit on this asset when we did hit that all-time high here, because this was nearly over a 10x for me. At my entry points. So I think that this was a fairly strong asset overall. I still think that it is. I am watching the graph very closely, as I do think that we could range for a breaking point if we could break out of the 200-day MA at about $1.16. So I'm watching this one very closely as well. Now, last but not least, I've talked about this asset on my YouTube and also on Twitter. This is a decentralized exchange, or a DEX, if you will. Bancor actually offers a lot of things in regards to, even staking and stuff. The APYs are pretty crazy on their exchange, but we do see that there is about roughly 233 million circulating supply, 232.5 million total supply. Now, a lot of the supply is actually locked away in staking, like I said. The holders tab, this one has around 38.1K. We actually see that at some point in time it was a little bit higher, but we do see there's been influxes with it. Again, not really worried about the holders tab. I'm more so worried about the volume being down, so we could get some nice capitalization. Now, what's very significant about BNT is the fact that the all-time high is actually sitting up here around $9.40, and we are currently sitting at about $4 overall. I think that long-term, and I do have more price targets for this one as well, I think that BNT around the end of the bull run could hit some high targets of about, like link prices currently like around $20. I think that that is possible, but we could even see higher price targets if the price action does allow it. BNT, for what it is, I think is a solid hold, especially if you like decentralized exchanges or DEXs. But overall, I think that BNT does have a lot to offer overall, especially for what it is. Including the overall percentage gains, right? When we talk about the percentage gains, that's pretty much what we all care about. And from our current level to all-time high, it's about 137%. And say for so we get a massive blow off top to maybe like $20, we could see an even higher percentage up into about 400% of an increase in price, which I don't think is too crazy overall. Now, again, this is one of those assets that I have gotten in at ground floor levels, and we do see that we were nearly at all-time highs back in pretty much the 2017-2018 bull run at around $10.62. So I think that once we get there, I think that we could see about $20 plus. And even if we look at the current price action on the chart, and compare it to the past market cycle. Even during the September 2017 bull run, we've seen us kind of range sideways a little bit all the way until the end of November, where we really seen the spike in December. So you do have quite a little bit of time to accumulate this one if you wanted to. Again, it is all up to you. I think that this is a solid project. I actually have a long-term breakdown on my channel for this asset as well. But those are 5 altcoins that I do think that are very interesting in terms of their price action. I think they could have a major breaking point in November. I think all 5 are solid holds in my opinion. And if you guys are interested in purchasing one, I think that all of them, I'm pretty sure all of them are listed on Coinbase or a major exchange. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely like and also comment, also subscribe, and also turn notifications on if you guys do want to. If you guys do want free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.